Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna be done with this video by Friday.
Please don't.
Anyways, what are we gonna be reviewing? Oh, this is gonna be a good first review.
It is done.
Hello, my name is Montag, and for our first bite-sized review of the week, we're going to be talking about Jason Smith's Cultic Chapter 1 and 2. This is one of those games I've been religiously following its progress on ever since Chapter 1 came out. So much so that it did make me want to uninstall Twitter.
Account in bio, by the way.
If you were looking for a game that will blow your expectations out of the water, grab your explosives of a choice, because, oh my god, there are a lot of cultists and they are about to break down the door like, oh my god, you need to defend yourself. Defend the homestead of all costs. Here's a gun. You're gonna have to kill. The story of Cultic is relatively simple, but I wanted to give a synopsis for people getting into it for the first time. New Grandwell during 1963, people in the town are going missing and you are the main detective on the case. Of course, shortly after, you are removed due to false allegations, but you start to investigate on your own time without the precinct to back you up. While you find out a decent amount, you wake up in a mass grave covered in blood and wondering what the hell went wrong. After crawling out of the pit and grabbing the nearest hatchet near you, you realize that you are up against a literal army of these lunatics. And to get to the bottom of how they operate, you're going to have to fight your way through the town one cultist at a time. Still, it's a good story that has some cool lore notes attached to it and gives some ideas of what the cult was doing. Of course, I noticed that the first snow that I came across was on a typewriter. I spammed E on the keyboard like an ADHD-ridden monkey, and it turned into a literal line of gibberish. So you can have this really emotionally packed note, and then have...
Wow, what an asshole.
But something I want to give first praise to is the level theming and design. Like boomer shooters from the past, each level is centered around a unique environment. For Cultic, it could be something like a shopping mall, old mine, Renaissance fair, swamp, and much, much more. In addition, almost every level has a horror segment that is designed to slow down the pace and mess with the player's head. I'll give you a couple of segments where it shows the introduction of them, but I don't want to spoil them just because some of these are very well executed. But now let's get to the meat and potatoes. Or is it cheese because I'm a mouse. Anyways, these are the weapons. So looking into the game's development, Jason took the Doom approach by photographing weapons with a camera and converting them into animations. But unlike Doom's 3 to 5 images, each reload packs a punch that makes any horror protagonist blush. Just like look at some of these animations, man. They're just so good. First, the double barrel shotgun. The animation is clean when you fire it, but when you reload it, sometimes the character will pop the shell into the air and catch it, reloading it back into the gun. That is just fucking sick. And the revolver, because I am a biased individual when it comes to revolvers in games, and oh my god, you can fan this thing. This is the best upgrade in the entire game, and I'm not biased. Like, this is just eye crack. Eye candy makes you appreciate it, but you might get sick to your stomach. This just makes you addicted. I could watch these all day, but we got a review to do. And lastly, I want to talk about the enemies. As you progress, more enemies get introduced, but some of the most common are gunners, shotgunners, SMGs, snipers, flamethrowers, LMGs, and mindless cult drones that just come with axes. Of course, that means they can throw the axe, but you could throw the axe directly back. I would show all of them, like, in a line, but I, kind of killed them. But rest assured, all these guys spawn in big numbers in certain segments and really will test your reflexes. My only slight criticism is that in the later levels, especially Chapter 2, some of the levels get a little too big that makes it more maze-like. I want to specifically highlight the Renaissance Fair because while the simple objective is to throw a couple of switches to get into the main castle, some of these are not placed in the best locations. Like, I know they're in the employees only section, but you would have never been able to tell me that they were at a tavern-style bar. So I hope that in Chapter 3, some of the focus is put more into levels like Chapter 1, but still have the scale of Chapter 2. Slight nitpick aside, Cultic is very much worth your time. For 20 bucks for both chapters as well as a free demo you can try out, this game is one of the best releases of this year. I implore you that you check out and support Jason's work as well as the game. I'm going to link the game and his Twitter in the bio so you can check it out. But thank you for making it to the end. If you like the video, the shitty Hello Neighbor gif is going to remind you what to do. But if you want to talk to me, my socials are in the description, and I'm pretty much always here. This is your cheese-loving mouse, Montag, signing off, and I'm going to wash some of the blood off my body after dealing with cultists all day. Tune in next week when I talk about a much more relaxed driving experience. See you later.